The guard's voice was polite, but his eyes flicked over me like I didn't belong. "Sorry, ma'am, guests wait outside." Inside, I could see the glow of chandeliers, the hum of champagne and whispers. My husband, Thomas, stood under the spotlight, laughing with his assistant. Her hand rested too comfortably on his arm. His smirk widened when he saw me. He leaned toward her and whispered something. She laughed. And then his eyes found mine, steady, cruel. "You wouldn't fit in here anyway," he mouthed. He was right. I didn't fit in that world anymore. Not after what I'd discovered. Not after what I'd planned. So I stood in the marble hallway, took out my phone, typed one message to the board, and pressed send. Then I turned and walked away, heels echoing like punctuation marks on a story about to end. That's when everything began to unravel. Before all that, I used to think betrayal had a sound, a door closing too softly, a phone call ending too quickly. But Thomas's betrayal was silent. It crept in quietly, an unfamiliar cologne on his shirt, his new late nights, the way he started speaking to me like I was a child interrupting a meeting. We met 10 years ago in a university library. I was the quiet one. He called me the girl with storm eyes. He said he loved how I noticed details no one else did. Maybe he should have remembered that. When we married, I believed we were equals. I built his confidence when his startup almost failed. I stayed through the sleepless nights, the debt, the humiliation. When success finally came, he said we made it. Somewhere along the line, we turned into him. The man who once sent me flowers for no reason started to hide his phone like it contained classified secrets. He stopped saying, "I love you," started saying, "You wouldn't understand." And I, fool that I was, tried to believe it was just stress. Until one night, his phone lit up on the counter while he showered. A message flashed. "Can't wait to see you at the gala. You always make me feel like the real Mrs. Rivers." His assistant. That's when something inside me went still. Not broken, not shattered, just silent. I didn't cry, didn't confront him. I simply poured myself a glass of wine and sat in the dark, memorizing the pattern of betrayal. It's strange. The moment you stop loving someone, their voice becomes just noise. That silence turned into precision. While he entertained his assistant, I began studying his company. I had access to everything once. We shared everything. Old passwords, old trust. He never thought to revoke them. I learned how his company wasn't as clean as he pretended. Inflated numbers, quiet payoffs, a trail of ethics violations buried under charm. I found the files, copied them, and waited. When he left for his business trips, I met with people who actually ran things. The compliance officer, 2 board members who'd grown tired of Thomas's arrogance. They didn't know the full story, only what I wanted them to know. That I was concerned about irregularities, that I wanted to protect the company's reputation. They believed me. Of course they did. I wasn't angry. I was calm. And calm women are terrifying. The gala was my stage. He thought it was a celebration of his success, a victory lap. I knew it was his last act. When the guard turned me away, he probably thought I'd leave humiliated. Thomas certainly hoped I would. But humiliation was the price of patience, and I'd already paid it long ago. The message I sent to the board contained everything, every document, every transfer, every hidden account. Subject line, "For the integrity of Rivers & Co." I timed it perfectly. The moment the servers delivered that email, the system flagged the accounts. The board's legal counsel received automatic notifications. The assistant's expenses, flights, jewelry, hotel bills, all under client relations. Inside the ballroom, the big screens behind Thomas began cycling through slides of his achievements. Then, abruptly, the images froze, replaced by a system alert. I wasn't there to see his face, but I could imagine it. Confusion, then recognition, then fear. I didn't need to watch the fire to know it was burning. By the time he found me outside, the laughter had turned into chaos. His perfect world was collapsing, and his tie hung loose like a noose around his neck. "What did you do?" he hissed. I looked at him the way a surgeon looks at a tumor. Detached. Necessary. "I sent the truth," I said. "You always told me to know my worth. Now they do too." He grabbed my arm, but I didn't flinch. "You ruined me." I smiled. "No, Thomas, you did that all by yourself. I just documented it." Security came minutes later. Not for me, for him. Fraud, misconduct, breach of fiduciary duty. The board didn't waste time. They'd been waiting for proof. As they escorted him away, his assistant vanished into the night, suddenly remembering she had somewhere else to be. Aftermath. Reporters called it an internal audit leak. The company survived. He didn't. They